Welcome back to the casting couch. Let's continue casting the Justice League movie with the next likely candidate to be Green Lantern. Now, John Stewart was a replacement Lantern in case the current Lantern failed, and honestly, in the comics, he had little to no personality, until Bruce Timm breathed much-needed life into the character in Justice League, the animated series. John became this stern former Marine that didn't take shit from anybody, and I think the best person to play the part is Michael J. White. Now, Mike not only looks like a superhero and he has plenty of experience with comic book movies, both good and bad, but he is actually a huge fan of John Stewart. How big of a fan, you might ask? He actually lobbied to play the voice of John Stewart in Justice League Heroes the video game. So not only do I feel like he is the best choice, I also feel he is the actor who deserves it the most.
Beware my power! Green Lantern's light!
Alright, now it's time for the most popular Green Lantern of all. And while he might not be the first Green Lantern, he is the one who made being a Green Lantern cool. Of course, I'm talking about Hal Jordan, the Emerald Crusader. While being a major powerhouse, Hal is the conscientious objector of the group. He will turn down a plan at a moment's notice if it sounds dumb or impractical, but at the same time he's usually the first one to jump into a dangerous situation, because he knows no fear. He is the lovable scallywag of the group, you know, like Han Solo. Let me put it this way, if Superman is your dad, then Hal would be that really cool uncle your dad doesn't want you hanging out with, and who better to play him than Nathan Fillion. Nate always has that smirk on his face like he has an ace under his sleeve, and you don't have to take my word for it. Just check out Jaron Pitt's fan-made trailer right here on YouTube and tell me Nate's not the best choice. And while you're at it, subscribe to Jaron's channel, it's pretty awesome. Alright Legionnaires, it's time for the main event. The three heroes that started all the trends, the ones that all the superheroes aspire to be like, the DC Trinity. Let's start with the first lady of comics herself, the amazing Amazon. Wonder Woman is the mother figure of the group. She's a very comforting and nurturing woman, and while she might be a demigod, an ambassador, and a princess, before she is any of those things, she is a warrior, born of the earth and baptized in combat, ready for battle at a moment's notice. If the DC Universe went to war, Wonder Woman would be the Grand General of the metahuman army, and who better to play the greatest female superhero of all time than Lena Headey. Not only is she a beautiful and statuesque woman, but she combines the kind of dignity and strength needed for Wonder Woman.
What makes this woman think she can speak among men?
Because only Spartan women give birth to real men.
She just insulted a guy all the way down to his genetic makeup. I think that says it all.
Oh yeah, like that's going to work.
Next one up needs no introduction. He is the Dark Knight. Now I know what all of you are thinking. Isn't Christian Bale already Batman? Well, he is, and he does a fantastic job of playing Batman in the Christopher Nolan movies. But the fact of the matter is that it is very unlikely that Christian Bale would play Batman in a Justice League movie. Why? Well, there are two reasons. For starters, Christian Bale has publicly admitted that his favorite aspect of playing Batman is Christopher Nolan's realistic approach to the character. So I doubt he would want to tarnish that by being in a movie where he's playing opposite to metahumans and aliens. Secondly, the Batman franchise has gotten very successful, so I doubt Warner Brothers would want to mix it up with another franchise. So if I had to recast Batman, especially a Batman that would probably be in costume all the time, my choice would be Michael Wincott. Michael has a very intense and sinister appeal, which is perfect since the most powerful weapon in Batman's arsenal is his intimidation factor.
You can't scare me, Batman.
Let me give you one word of advice.
Okay, I'll tell.
What did he say?
You don't want to know.
Plus, he has an awesome voice.
Seeing is believing, isn't it?
Now that is Batman's voice. If there is one aspect of Christian Bale's performance that I do not like, it's that stupid voice. It just sounds silly. It sounds like he just walked in from jogging.
You'll be in a better jail forever.
So just to recap, Batman,
The Avenger.
not Batman.
me any fireworks. Your weapons are pitiful.
Wait for it.
Alright, it's time for the world's first superhero, the Man of Steel. Now, Superman is another character that needs no introduction, so who would I choose to play the leader of the Justice League? Hal Jordan. He already beat the crap out of Riddick, Jason Bourne, and more orcs than I can count, and he certainly gave Spock a tongue lashing.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
So we know he's got enough badassitude to start his own legion. He's also charismatic enough to muster the kind of confidence and good faith inspired by the Man of Tomorrow. Alright, Legionnaires, yet again we have reached the end. If you disagree with any of my choices, be sure to write it in, but I don't want to hear any Shia LaBeouf should play Aquaman. Let's save the jokes for the review videos. I want to hear your honest opinions, okay? And for those of you who want to know who I would cast as Green Arrow, Black Canary, the Atom, Hawkman, Hawkgirl, Satana, or Firestorm, well, I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. Write in your choices on who you think should play those characters, and if enough people participate, I will do a sequel to this episode using your choices and I will credit you as the writers. Next week, it's back to basics. Until then, I'm ERod, and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. Check out my website, suckers!